Do you feel it? Do you feel it in the air? Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
Good morning, everyone. This is Michael DeJoy with the Affinity Legends of Wall Street. Hope everybody's doing great. We have a lot to be thankful for this year. Happy Thanksgiving to all. And let's get started with our chart analysis. We've already gone through a bunch of stocks, but I'm going to do a very quick recap. First one I'm going to go over is HPQ. Okay, I got all kinds of craziness going on with these lines, so don't really focus too much on my lines. HPQ, gap down, strong gap down, beautiful earnings runner. And now gapping down, okay, probably going to go down to about 13.20. And then watch for a kind of a bounce and then break down to 12.40. So on HPQ, we actually may even get a little pre-sell washout, bounce, and then break down later. It's got a really good setup for that because it's already below its moving averages. You know, drop down, it's got a nice line here. Let's see if I can get this to work. Somewhere in this area here is where I think it's going to get down to. It may get down there already. I mean, it's getting slammed pre-market. Okay, if it breaks that area, guys, then the next level it goes down to is around 12.40. Okay, so right down to there. That's the next support level. Okay, so HPQ, really strong earnings reversal, rejection, breakdown, getting slammed here pre-market. DE is another good one to the long side. I like to match longs and shorts. There's DE. Okay, I think DE may fade initially down to about 78, 79 because it's gapping into resistance. And then 78, maybe even as low as 77, it might do what Taser did yesterday, right? Where when you look at Taser, first it fades and then it goes. Okay, and that would take it up to the kind of the morning highs. I also like from a longer term SWKS. I think SWKS might be ready to break out. Okay, SWKS, if it gets above 80, could break out and run to 82, possibly even 83. 82 is the high from here. 83 is the gap fade. Next one, Facebook. Okay, Facebook looking great on the daily chart. Low, bottoming wick. Low, higher low, bottoming wick. Get ready for a run up to, 109 possibly. Even better than Facebook is a beautiful 1, 2, 3 on Apple. Okay, beautiful 1, 2, 3 on Apple. Okay, Apple should hit 122, possibly even 123 by Christmas. Maybe sooner, maybe by next week. If we do go that fast, this is a very strong pattern. Low, low, higher low, higher low. It's already going, by the way, pre-market. You could probably grab Apple. If you do, realize that a lot of times Apple dips and rips. Today it might not do that because it is a really strong chart. And I've listed all these in purple. Okay. Great daily charts on Apple. Watch both longs for the dip and the rip. Next one was INTU. INTU, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to shut this down. I want to clear off all these lines off my chart. Okay, INTU. Okay, guys, is faded the gap, possibly getting ready to run. Okay, faded the gap, possibly getting ready to run. Okay, watch it today. I think it's got a strong watch potential because it could get ready for a swing long back up to the 108, 107 area on INTU Inuit. Remember, tax season is their time of year. We're a little early for tax season, but end of year, there's also accounting. So they also just had great earnings, okay, and they faded the gap. So I think that there's probably going to be money flowing back into INTU to the long side. We faded it on the short side, and it actually got to the fade target. Last one, PTCT. Okay, guys, PTCT is at 28.75. Okay, it closed at 31.75. So this has shock, meaning that people thought this was going up. In fact, I mistakenly read this as a buy setup this morning, but it is now a failed buy setup with support at 27 and then support at 23. Okay. Mr. Mark Berger's back in the morning. Okay, guys. We already went through DE. We think DE is a check mark. Okay, so we got DE. We got PCTC. SUNE, guys, will probably go down today. SUNE had a really strong day. Now, there is a slight chance that SUNE could continue its short squeeze. It just doesn't look that way in the pre-market. Pre-market SUNE is gapping down. Now, if it fades and fills the gap, then obviously, that's the indication that the squeeze is continuing. But most likely, this isn't a downtrend. This will probably go down and break into the 385 zone. All right, let's go through BMRN. BRMN. BMRN is gapping down. 94.71. Guys, BRMN breaks 94. Look at the drop that this made last time. I'm going to have to put it over here. Gap and go down. Okay. 94 break. 94 is the trigger. 94 trigger for daily short. Guys, there's tons of clear air on this one on BRMN if it breaks 94. VRX. Oh my God. I don't like you guys trading this because it's a little spready, but it's got a red reversal bar. It's got a sell set up on the daily. VRX daily sell setup. Okay, VRX is also a daily sell setup. And let's take a look at GES Guess Clothing, guys. All the retailers have been getting kiboshed. Closed at 19. No, Guess is actually looking like it's Guess Clothing, yeah. That's it. Yeah, Irwin, if I were you, I would stick to the DE, gap fade, and the PTCT short. And, you know, I would stick to those two because those are probably the most likely. And then obviously the Apple and the Facebook longer term trades. The INTU is kind of a trend trade. So, you know, you got to kind of measure. Guys, Guess is way up. It's not a gap down. Guess clothing is really strong. I think they just came out pre-market, so I'm going to stay away from Guess for the moment. For the moment. For the moment. All right, guys. Yeah, let's take a look at Twitter real quick because I know a lot of people like Twitter, the Twit. It is a pretty good trading stock, TWTR. All right, guys. First one I'm looking at is DE. Okay, guys, possible gap and go, maybe a fade on DE. So, guys, I got my 5-minute chart up here. Okay, I'm going to take a small nibble on the short on DE. Little short on DE. It's a little bit of a spready stock, guys, so be careful on that. Okay, guys, I also like Apple. But remember, Apple has a tendency to dip and rip. Okay, so watch Apple for the dip and rip. Let's see DE. Okay, guys, the first indication on movement was down on DE. So, right, so we made our first indication on DE was down. So we look like we got a possible 1, 2, 3 down on DE. It really needs to break the 5-minute low for DE to be a strong fade. Needs to break that low right there. That little, that purple line is the, I believe that's the 50 period moving average. And we only have 5 minutes of volatility, so stop is clearly defined above 80 spot 51. So you do got a fair bit of risk on this play. You really would better off waiting for the sell setup, the 1, 2, 3 bar sell setup to trigger down. And it needs to break the prior bar's 1 minute low in order for it to really gain momentum. Let's take a look at Apple while I'm waiting for this. Facebook doing nothing, doing its standard dip. Gaps up and then dips. SWKS. Selling off as well, not ready to trigger yet. So good thing we didn't take anything. Let's see some of the gap downs. The PTCT. The PTCT is a good short. I think on this little rally, the PCTC is a good short. I'm going to take a little nibble on that and then put my stop on it. The problem with PCTC is that it's very fast. So probably don't play with that one unless you're used to trading spready stocks. HPQ, guys, I think is better than the HPQ, is a better short. Guys, is anybody else having an echo? Because most likely that's just you, Michael. HPQ, I'm trying to grab some short. I could not get anything short on HPQ. I'm not sure why, but... guys, my DE is working. Okay, DE is working. I'm already up 150. I'm going to cover some. Okay, guys, I covered 100. I'm going to run the back 100. My entry price is $79.82. Putting a stop past my entry. The HPQ short's working, guys. The PCTCT, okay, is probably good, but it's very, very volatile. It's not going to be an easy one to hold. DE, good short. I'm going to cover a little bit more on the DE short. It's very spready, guys, on DE. Really hard to cover. The HPQ working great, guys. HPQ short. Okay, in a bounce area. On the next rally, okay, we can cover we could short more HPQ. I don't think it's quite down to support yet. I didn't get enough shares on HPQ, by the way. DE strong bounce. Okay, I do think it's possibly a good reload area. I reloaded a little bit on the DE. I think it's going to make one more jig down. Because usually stocks don't bottom, they double bottom. I'm going to try to cover some here. Okay, guys, I covered some more. Woohoo! All right, guys, up $221. Okay, I got 75 shares. Okay, I do think it's going to go lower. The HPQ is working too. HPQ. Okay, guys, HPQ getting kiboshed. I'm going to cover some HPQ. I covered half my HPQ. Waiting to cover. I have some at 57 too to cover. If it gets filled, it gets filled. The PCTC, PTCT. Okay, guys, great short area. If you shorted right here at 29.10, this stock is still going to go down. It's just very illiquid and volatile. Guys, DE falling. It's falling and it can't get up. I'm going to cover some here if I can get my computer moving, if I can get my fingers moving fast enough. Covered some. No. Did I not get filled on it? The wrong symbol. Okay, I covered some, guys. I got 50 shares left. Ugh. I'm going for 250 on this one. I think it's going to fade down to 77.50. Here you go. Covering some more here at 38. There you go. Down to 70, 20, 14, 78. Perfect. Come on. Running out of shares, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to make 250. I'm not sure. I don't have enough size left. And I'm not getting filled at those price levels. I got filled on one of them. That was, so far we've been trading for 13 minutes. Okay, guys, I think this is about my $78 area. I think we got one more washout down. Yeah, SUNE was a short for me. Okay, SUNE was a short for me. Because it gapped down, it's in a downtrend. It may reverse here, but you know that usually would be at least an initial short setup. Ludo had just asked. Okay, guys, HPQ, I think I'm done with that trade. It looks like it's rejecting off the low. The PCTC, may be done, guys. If it don't break down here, it's done. You can't play it. It's very, very spready, illiquid, weird. If you shorted it up here, you got really nicely rewarded. If it rejects, then you're fine. But there's a very weird element to the way that this stock trades. This is the kind of stock that will drop like in seconds, okay? Guys, I'm all out of John Deere, $232 profit in 13 minutes.